Welcome everyone. So today we shall continue with the lesson chemical reaction and equation, and we have already completed till writing a chemical equation, and now today we shall study about balancing a chemical equation. That means we know what is a chemical equation, all right. So now today we shall learn how to balance a given chemical equation. So let's start. Okay, so complete the table aside on the basis of the equation 9. So here one table is given to us and we have to look equation number 9. So the equation number 9 I have written on this paper, that is it is AgNO3, that is silver nitrate on the combined with the sodium chloride. Okay, so it will produces or it will form silver white precipitate of silver chloride, that is AgCl, and sodium nitrate. All right, so let's learn how to balance the equation. All right, okay. So it is seen that the number of atom of the elements in the reactant in this equation is same as the number of atom of those element in the product. Okay, now here the equation is given, that is AgNO3. So here the number of atoms in the reactant and number of atom in the product are same. So that's why it is called as a balanced chemical equation. All right. So if the number of atom of each element is not the same on the two sides of the equation, it is called an unbalanced equation. So here in this equation the number of atom in reactant as well as product, that means both the side it is same, so it is called as a balanced chemical equation. But if the number of atoms in the reactant and product are not same, that it is called as unbalanced chemical equation. All right, so here elements are given. So in the look at here. Okay, so here elements are given like AgNO3. So here silver atom is there, nitrogen, oxygen, sodium and chlorine. All right, so that means here total 5 atoms are given. Total 5 atoms are given, and here one table is given. We have to fill up the table. All right, so here the reactants on left side and product on the right side. So this is a reactant and this is a product on the right hand side. So here elements are given like Ag and silver, nitrogen, oxygen, sodium and chlorine, and we have to write the number of atoms and number of atoms of the reactant and number of atoms on the product. Okay, so here if we will look in this equation, so here there is in the reactant side. Okay, so this is on the reactant side. This is our reactant side and this is product side. All right, so if we will observe here the number of atom of silver or Ag, so here total 1 Ag is there, and 1 atom of a nitrogen and 3 atom of a hydrogens are there. And if we will look here, so in sodium chloride, so 1 atom of a sodium and 1 atom of a chlorine. And when we look at the product side, so here 1 atom of a silver, that is Ag, and 1 atom of a chlorine, and 1 atom of a sodium, 1 nitrogen and 3 atoms of a oxygen. That means total number of atom in the product side and in the reactant side are same. So that's why it is called as a what? Balanced chemical equation. All right, student. Okay. Now if the reaction is not balanced, that is if the reaction is unbalanced equation, so we have to balance the given equation. So let's study how to balance a chemical reaction. Okay, so here a chemical equation is balanced step by step. So a trial and error method is used for this purpose, and consider the following equation as an example. So here one equation is given to us in the word equation is there, like here this side is a reactant and these two compound are there in the product. Okay, so in the reactant we have sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid. So two compound in the reactant, and again in product we have two compound, that is one is sodium sulfate plus another compound is water. Okay, so step 1 in balancing chemical reaction is write the chemical equation from the given word equation. So your word equation is given, we will write the chemical equation of the given. Okay, so here sodium hydroxide formula is NaOH, and a sulfuric acid formula is H2SO4. The arrow will show the show us the direction of a chemical reaction. Okay, sodium sulfate formula is Na2SO4, and water we know the formula is H2O. All right, so here next step is step 2, check whether the equation 10 is balanced or not by comparing the number of atom of the various elements present on the two sides of the equation. It means after writing the chemical equation, we have to check whether the equation is balanced or not. It means whether the number of atom in the reactant side and the product side are same or not. Okay, so it is seen that the number of atoms of all the elements on the two sides are not the same. It means that the equation is not balanced. Okay, so we have to do the balance. Okay, so here one table is given to us, that is reactant on left side and product on the right side. Okay, so elements are given. So I have written here the equation, that is elements present on the in total chemical reaction. So elements are like sodium is there, oxygen is there, hydrogen is there, and here sulfur is there. Okay, so both the sides same elements will be there. Okay, so number of atom on the reactant side and number of atom in the product side. So if we will look here, the number of atom, like sodium is there, one atom of a sodium is present, and oxygen, here one atom is there. For oxygen, this one atom and plus this 4. So there are total 5 atoms of oxygen are there in the reactant side. Okay, for hydrogen, this 2 and this 1. So total 3 atoms of hydrogen, and sulfur, only one atom of a sulfur is present on the reactant side. Now just compare the number of atom on the product side. So sodium is there, two atoms of sodium are there, so we will write here 2. Oxygen, total 4 plus 1 5, and hydrogen, there are total 2 atoms of hydrogen are there, and sulfur, 1 atoms of a hydrogen is there. Okay, so if we will compare here, sodium on the reactant side it is 1, product side is 2, so it is unbalanced. Number of atoms of sodium, it is unbalanced. But oxygen, same atoms are there on both the side. Hydrogen, here reactant for 3, and for product it is 2, and sulfur, same atoms are there on both the sides. Okay, now just we have to write the table. And in step 3, it is convenient to start balancing an equation from the compound which contains a maximum number of atom. That means we will start balancing the number of atom in a compound which contain maximum number of atoms. Okay, so moreover, it is convenient to first consider that element in this compound which has unequal number of atom on the two sides. That means the compound which has unequal number of atom, we will balance them. Okay, so here in step 3, first point is there in the equation 10, like this equation, like sodium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid gives us sodium sulfate plus water. So in this equation there are two components, that is sodium sulfate and sulfuric acid, which contain the maximum of number, that is 7 atoms each. Like here 7 atom means 2 for sodium plus 1 sulfur and plus 4 oxygen. So here there are total 7 number of atoms are there in sodium sulfate, and in hydrogen sulfuric acid 2 hydrogen plus 1 sulfur plus 4 oxygen. That means total 7 number of atoms are there in both the compounds. All right, so any one of them can be selected. So we will take any one, like we can take sodium sulfate also, or sulfuric acid also. So select the compound sodium sulfate. So here we are selecting sodium sulfate first, which we will balance, and further select sodium for balancing as the number. That means first we will select the sodium sulfate, and after selecting this compound we will take sodium. We will balance sodium first. All right, so it should be remembered that the formula of a compound cannot be changed. That means formula of a sodium sulfate is Na2SO4, so this cannot be changed. Okay, like here Na2SO4, this number cannot be changed. it means that here to make the number of sodium atoms in the reactant S2, the formula NaOH cannot be changed to Na2OH. That means here two atoms of sodium are there. So we will not write like this, that Na2OH. Just we will put here 2 NaOH. Okay, but this form is wrong. Instead, a factor of 2 will have to be applied to NaOH and write down the resulting equation 10 on doing this. Okay, so here 2 NaOH. So here we have balanced 2 NaOH. Okay, so in here it is like look at here, NaOH is there. So after balancing here, we will put factor 2 before sodium hydroxide, that is 2 NaOH plus H2SO4 Na2SO4. Now if we will compare here 2 atoms of sodium are there and here also 2 atoms of sodium are there. That means sodium is balanced. Alright. Now second point is check whether the equation 10 is balanced or not. It is balanced or not. Here 2 atoms of hydrogen sulfur, now it is balanced equation. Okay, we find that the equation 10 is not balanced. That means here some atoms like sodium is balanced, but here oxygen 5 and here it is also 5. But what about the number of a hydrogen? Here total 2 in this compound, 2 hydrogen atom are there plus here 2. So there are total 4 hydrogen atom are there in the reactant side, but here only 2 atoms are there of hydrogen. That means the hydrogen atom should be balanced now. Alright. So we find that the equation is 10 is not balanced as the number of oxygen and hydrogen atoms are unequal. Okay. So here also 2. Okay. 2 plus 4. So here there are total 6 and here only 5. So 5 hydrogen, 5 oxygen and 6 oxygen this side, 4 hydrogen on this side, and there are only 2. So atoms of hydrogen are there. That means hydrogen and oxygen is unbalanced. So first balance the hydrogen number as it required a smaller factor. Third is apply a factor of 2 to the product water, that is H2O, for balancing the equation 10. Now write down the resulting equation like this. Here, so just for balance the water, that is hydrogen atom, we are putting here factor 2 before the H2O. Okay, and check whether the equation 10 is balanced or not. It is seen that the number of atom of all the elements are equal on both the side. It means that equation 10 is balanced equation. Now after putting here 2, there are here 2 sodium, 2 oxygen and 2 hydrogen, and here also 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur and 4 oxygen. That means here if you will look in this table, number of atom in sodium in reactant, it is 2, and oxygen 6, 5, hydrogen here it is 4, but here in this side 2, sulfur 1. After putting here 2, when we will multiply this 2, so it is a balanced chemical equation. Alright, so in this way a balanced equation is obtained from an unbalanced equation by applying proper factors to appropriate reactant or product so as to balance the number of each element in step. That means we will balance a chemical equation in a step-by-step way. Alright, now here use your brain power. Some questions are given, so let's solve this. So first question is identify the reactant and product in the equation number 6. So I have written here equation number 6, that is vegetable oil in liquid state plus hydrogen in gaseous state. They will combine together in the presence of a nickel catalyst and heating at temperature 60 degrees Celsius. It will produce vanaspati ghee, which is there in solid state. Okay, so these vegetable oil and hydrogen gas, these two are reactants and vanaspati ghee is product. All right, now next question is write down the steps in balancing the equation. So here this nitrogen is there in gaseous state and plus hydrogen again in gaseous state, reversible reaction is there, and here ammonia, it will form ammonia. All right, so here this equation is unbalanced and you have to write, student, all the steps to balance the chemical equations. Okay, so here just I am giving you a idea that here, that is N2 is there, wait a minute, N2 plus H2, it will gives us ammonia, that is NH3. Alright, so here if we will look at here, so here two atoms of nitrogen are there, two atoms of hydrogen, and here in product side one atom of a nitrogen and three atom of a hydrogens are there. Okay, that means this reaction is unbalanced and we have to write the balanced equation. Okay, so here first we will select the nitrogen. So here two atoms are there, so we will apply here 2. So now applying a factor of 2, just look at the number of atom here. So 2 atoms. Now here nitrogen is balanced on both the side. But what about hydrogen? Here 3 atoms of like here for hydrogen it is 2 into 3. That means 6 atoms of hydrogens are there on the product side, but here only 2 atoms of hydrogen are there on the reactant side. So what we will do here, we will multiply by 3. So now here 2 atoms of nitrogen, here also 2 nitrogen, here 6 atom of nitrogen, and here also 6 atoms of nitrogen. Now this equation is a balanced equation. So student, you all will write the proper step to balance this equation. All right. Now next is here write down a balanced chemical equation for the following reaction. So calcium chloride plus sulfuric acid will gives us calcium sulfate plus hydrogen chloride. Okay, so what we will write, so here like we are writing like in this way. Okay, so calcium chloride, so formula for calcium chloride is CaCl2 plus sulfuric acid. For sulfuric acid formula is H2SO4, arrow showing in forward direction. Now calcium sulfate, for calcium sulfate formula is CaSO4 plus hydrogen chloride, it is HCl. Okay, so first from word equation we will write a chemical equation. Okay, now to balance this equation, now here one atom of a calcium is there, two atoms of a chlorine, now 2 atoms of a hydrogen, 1 sulfur, and 4 atoms of a oxygen are there. Now just write here the number of a reaction, number of atoms in the compound. Here 1 calcium, 1 sulfur, and 4 atoms of a hydrogen are there. So oxygen are there, 1 hydrogen and 1 chlorine. So if we will look at here 2 atoms of a hydrogen are there. So calcium is balanced on both the side. Okay, and sulfur is also balanced on both the side, oxygen also balanced on both the side. But here the problem is the hydrogen, number of hydrogen and chlorine is not balanced. That means 2 atoms of chlorine should be there and 2 atoms of hydrogen are there, should be there. So what we will do, we will multiply this hydrochloric acid, that is hydrogen chloride, with 2. Now this chemical equation is a balanced chemical equation. Now next, third is write down the physical states of a reactant and product in the following reaction. So here sulfur dioxide, this will be there in the which state, in the gaseous state. So we will write here G. Hydrogen sulfide is also present in gaseous state. Sulfur is there in the solid state, and water is aqueous form. All right. So here we will write the state in front of the compound in the little small bracket. All right. So silver is present on the solid state, hydrogen chloride in gaseous, and AgCl, it is white precipitate is there. So we will here write the arrow pointing downward. Okay, and hydrogen sulfur in gaseous state, so we will write arrow pointing upward, or we can write G also. So we saw that in a chemical reaction, reactants get converted into the new substances called as a product, and during this some chemical bonds in the reactant break and some new chemical bonds are formed so as to transform the reactant into the product. In this chapter we will be studying the alright, that means to forming the product from the reactant, some chemical bonds are breaking down into the reactant and some new chemical bond will be produced in the product, just to give a chemical reaction. So student, I hope you all have understood how to balance a chemical reaction. In next part we will continue in our next session. Thank you all of you.